Hey everybody, Matthew Cooke here, founder and CEO of GTC Golf Academy, and today I'm going to show you how you can improve your ball striking through a concept that people know as controlling the low point. Now I'm not going to go too much into the science, but the low point is basically where the club bottoms out, so the lowest point of the arc for the golf club, and ideally we want that to be after the ball, so that way we're striking the golf ball first and then the club is striking the big ball after. a statement I hear quite often: hit the little ball first. And it's really one of the key differentiators between good golfers and those that struggle with ball striking. Now, take that with a pinch of salt. You know, I've seen a bunch of golfers that have a low point after the ball, but they throw the club out over the top. I'm not talking about them golfers, because that's a slice or a chunk waiting to happen, but it certainly is super important to get the low point after the ball, considering that you have a swing that's relatively on plane and that's swinging in a decent direction. Getting the low point after the ball is critical to solid ball striking. So I've got an exercise here. It's a really good practice exercise. All I've done is I've taken 5 golf balls and I've put them on a tee, and each one of the tees is at a slightly different height. So there's enough variability, there's enough variety in these 5 shots to make me have to think and adapt and adjust on every shot. Now it makes practice a little bit harder, so the challenge, the point of challenge on this exercise is a little higher, and it's going to make me think more, which is where the learning's at, keeping me engaged in the practice task. So different height tees, a golf ball on the tees. Now all my goal is to hit the golf ball nice and solidly off the tee. If you can leave the tee in the ground, fantastic. If not, so long as you're not, completely chunking it or completely going underneath the ball on some of the shots, then you're in a good spot and you'll be improving that low point. You'll start to control your low point. So 5 golf balls. All I'm going to try and do is hit the ball off these different height tees. There's one. This one looks a little lower, so I've got to adapt, I've got to adjust for it. Nice strike there. This one seems to be higher than the first one. I've got to adapt. A little high on the face then, didn't adapt well enough, but still got away with it. Now this one's a little low, but not as low as the second one, it feels, so I've got to adapt again. That was again a little high on the face, adapted a little too much to that. Alright, now this one seems like the highest, so I've really got to adapt to this one. Super high. Oh, adapted quite well then. A fraction high on the face, but all throughout them shots adapted pretty well. Now if I did this exercise for I don't know, for a few hours, then my low point control would get a lot better. Now I wouldn't do it for 5 hours straight. I'd hit 5 golf balls, then I'd go to the putting green, or I'd get a different club, I'd do 5 other tasks, and then I'd come back to it, interleaving the tasks. So that's a real simple drill that can help you get better low point control.